Jackets looking to win their 9th in a row. How's that going to happen? Let's throw it to Jody, Shelley, and Bob McElligott for today's matchup. Guys?
Well, today the Blue Jackets close out their season series with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Blue Jackets have won 2 of the first 3 meetings between these clubs. And, Jody, you look back at last year, the Blue Jackets lost all 5 games in the regular season, leading into a playoff series. So they have improved themselves against this Penguins team this year.
Yeah, the Blue Jackets have done really well. And I think it goes back to that playoff series, Bob. Pittsburgh walked away with the series, but I think the Blue Jackets, they always get up for this team. So I like this matchup this afternoon.
Blue Jackets, of course, come into this game riding an 8-game winning streak. And David Savard says winning is part of it, but the other thing is building for next year.
Oh, it's great for us. I think it's a great test for our group. And looking at building for next year, I think we got to look at where we are. And I think when everybody's healthy, we see that we have a great team.
Well, David Savard, he's been a horse back there all season. Jack Johnson was ill last game, didn't play those big minutes. David Savard, Dalton Prout stepped up. I like the signs for this young team.
Now, Nick Foligno is also playing very well with Brandon Dubinsky and Artem Anisimov. Look for these guys to get a lot of ice time here this afternoon against the Penguins. And Nick says this success the Blue Jackets are having lately, part of it is because there are injured players that are back in the lineup, but that's only part of it.
And they come back and they do a great job for us, but it's knowing that now the pieces are in place to build towards something, and it's something that we wish we would have had all year because we left off last year on such a good note, disappointing finish to the playoffs, but knowing that we were going to grow and become a better team, and this year we just kind of stumbled and weren't able to get really a grasp of our team and get going, and now to see us healthy and really playing the right way is exciting for everyone, and makes everyone want to be a part of it and get excited for next season.
Foligno, Dubinsky, Anisimov. You said it off the top. These guys are going to have big-time roles tonight against Sidney Crosby in that line.
And also a guy that's going to have a role once again tonight is Marco Dano. He is back in the lineup here today. He is going to be taking the place of Jared Bull, who is out. And for Marco Dano, I would guess that he watched the other night, learned whatever lesson there was to learn, and now get back in there.
It's not his first healthy scratch, but it is a great time for him to respond. Last time he was healthy scratched, he got sent down the day after. Here he gets to remain in the National Hockey League and say, okay, Marco, you sat and watched. Now what are you going to do on the ice tonight?
Now, this is a big game for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins, throughout the course of this week, have slipped from a guaranteed playoff spot to a wild card spot in the Eastern Conference. So these points are huge for them this afternoon. And let's look at some of their biggest players. The biggest, of course, is their captain, Sidney Crosby, leading the league in points this year. Then you look at Patrick Hornquist, the guy they picked up from Nashville during the offseason. He's having a great stretch right now. And Ben Lovejoy is a Penguin that they got back. He had gone to Anaheim. They traded to get him back, and they're looking at him to play big defense.
Well, he's played big minutes, over 27 minutes the last 2 games for the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's a lot of ice time on a big unit, so watch out for him tonight. You got Hornquist on that line with Crosby. Very big role, and he's fit in there nicely, and he's had production on that line. Not easy to play with Sidney all the time. It's not an easy task. You'd think it would be, but you have to have a guy that can play those minutes, and he's done a good job. Sidney Crosby leading the scoring race. He's the best player in the National Hockey League. He works hard. He's a leader of the team, and I think the leader of the NHL.
All right, that brings us to today's YP Keys to Getting It Done. How do the Blue Jackets get another home win, Jody?
They got to stay out of the box, Bob. It's no secret. When you're going against Crosby and the Penguins, you cannot give them the power plays, especially that they gave them last game in Pittsburgh. Got to stay out of the box here at Nationwide Arena. Key number 2, you've got to go after them in the defensive zone. If you let that front of the net in front of Sergei Bobrovsky be open for the rebounds, for getting in front of Sergei, it's not going to work against the Penguins. Close that down in front of him. Success.
All right, that sounds like it's a simple game plan for today. That'll do it for the YP Keys to Getting It Done and the Time Warner Rink Report. For Jody, Shelley, I'm Bob McElligott. Enjoy the game.